computer. Okay, so me and Crystal were talking the other day about like what we wanted to focus on with our teams and like what would really like push you guys to quit your jobs, because I know that's a lot like what a lot of people hate. It's so much stress in your life. Like people hate their jobs. I hated my job. I really did. If you knew me a couple months ago, I was miserable. I hated my job. Every day I wanted to quit. I would cry. I I just didn't like it. It wasn't something I wasn't being fulfilled. Okay? I didn't have that fulfillment. I felt like I didn't have a purpose. And I was struggling to make somebody else's dreams come true. Every day, my boss would tell me, go out and make me $1,000,000 today. Why would I want to go out and make somebody else $1,000,000? Why? And that's all we're doing. So when Crystal brought up this idea about talking about how to replace income, I was like, that's a really good idea. And we asked on both of our team pages, like, how much would you need to replace income? So if you guys want to, there is a chat option you can share on there and tell us how much you would need per month to quit your full-time job. I don't know where Crystal went, but I was going to ask if she would share her last paycheck, because I'm going to share my last paycheck and I want her to share hers. We are both directors, so we are both at the same place. Crystal has a lot of PRV. Crystal always has really high PRV, so obviously we're always trying to push over 2,000 so you can get that 30% increase. Lisa, dang, okay. So Crystal, what did your numbers look like last month? Like with your
my PRV was like maybe like 22 or 2,300 maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember honestly. My team numbers, well, we were at 39,000, I think.
Yeah, and team wholesale.
But I pushed, like, I helped a lot of my team promote last month. So of course, as they promote, you get less off of them. So that's why you have to keep sponsoring. But my paycheck last month, and I don't have any directors underneath me as of right now, was $2,700. Sorry.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so that's $2,700 for her, and our groups, a lot of the times, me and Crystal are like, we're neck and neck. Like our groups.
For our team. Not our group, our team.
As far as group, yeah. Our groups like do the exact same wholesale volumes. Our PRV, I'm typically a little bit less than Crystal, but I had a good month. It was like 3,200, I want to say, in PRV. And I was recruiting. And with that, I had a $4,000 paycheck, which was awesome. So that being said, I've talked to some star directors that say they make less than that. And I was like, how is this possible? Like, me and Crystal were talking about this last night, like, what's going on? Like, let's figure this formula out. And there's never going to be a 100% formula to make sure you get paid, $4,000 every month, unless I sit down and like calculate how many active frontline I have that are essential and certified, guaranteeing them that they're going to be active, guaranteeing, what my PRV is. But basically, guys, you need to have a solid team. You need to be paid a title. If you are not being paid at title right now, how do you expect to be paid at title when you promote? That is like my biggest thing. And there's all these memes going around on all these director pages, and it's like the cat memes. You guys know the cat memes? Like where the two girls are like fighting. I think it's from Real Housewives. I don't know. And she's like, I haven't been paid a title in 8 months, Becky. And they're like, well, that's just because you haven't recruited, Karen. Like, it really isn't rocket science. It's really not. And I hate to be kind of harsh about it, but if you want to really make money in this business, and we're talking about income replacing money, quitting your day job, 9-to-5 dropouts, that's what we're talking about. You need to build a damn team. That's all there is to it. And guess what? Sometimes I recruit people and they don't do anything. That's all there is to it. Guess what? Doesn't hurt me. Just move right along. Move it along. That's what you have to do. It's nothing personal. If they don't want help in this business, then you can't help somebody that doesn't want help. Now, if there's somebody who wants more money, I will work with them, and they want to build a team, and they want, yes, I will take time and I will do coaching calls with them. Do not waste your time and your energy on people who are not invested in. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be real because I've seen it. I have put time and effort into things. And when I started using the AIM coaching forums, and when people tell me what their long term goals are, and they're like, I just want to do this as a hobby, that's fine. Guys, it's fine if you have hobbyists. I have hobbyists on my team, and there is no ill will towards them. But now I know that I don't need to spend an hour every month doing training with them. It frees up that time. So here's what we're going to do. We're basically going to talk about the 3 legs of success with being a Scentsy consultant, and we're going to kind of all chime in and talk about it and really get to the point where you can make this kind of money. This 6,000, this 2,000, 2,000 to 2,500. Michelle, that is completely possible, even with just talking with what Crystal was talking about. 2,800 to 3,000. Yeah, all of this is possible, and I want you guys to know that. I'm muting people, I'm sorry. But the first leg is sales. You got to take care of you first, okay? If you are a leader, that means you have one person underneath you. You need to have your $500 first, and you need to figure out how to get that done early. Chloe always tells us that we have to have $500 as leaders by the 10th of the month. If you don't have $500 in PRV by the 10th of the month, then there's no need to work with your team, because obviously, how are you going to train somebody to get PRV if you're not getting PRV? That's just all there is to it. I'm sassy tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I'm on my lady time, and it is showing. It's coming out. It's going to come out all night long. So sales is something that's really important. Front loading your calendar is super important. Right now, I'm front loading for January. I'm trying to book as many parties as I can for January. It's going to be 10% off month, okay? 10% off month. And I'm going to recruit all the people that month. Like, me and Crystal talked about it. Like, we don't really recruit a lot in December because everything's changing over in January and February, and we don't feel like it's fair to the consultants. But that's completely up to you. But sales, bag parties, okay? Bag parties are easy.
With that said, there are only 2 months out of the year that we don't work on recruiting. So it's not like,
Actively.
Last month I didn't try, the month before I didn't try. Like, I try every single month, but transition month, the month before that, I always feel bad having someone join knowing that they're only going to get that money's worth for that month or the next month.
Yeah.
And then they have to buy everything new, versus in January, they'll have the enhanced kit or whatever, where it will have the current stuff and the new stuff coming out.
Yeah, and I told one of my recruits that she just reinstated in December, and I told her to hold off and buying the reinstatement kit. I was like, I wouldn't. I said it's completely up to you, but you can buy all new stuff when it comes out to like the new catalog and everything. I was like, you can buy new testers, you can buy stuff that you need, and if you want to buy warmers now, you can, but there's no guarantee that they're going to be in the new catalog. I don't know what's going to stay. I don't know what's going to go. So with sales, you have your bag parties. If you guys are busy, all of us are busy, right? All of us are busy. We all probably have full-time jobs, families, everything like that. Bag parties work great, especially for people who work in offices. But host coaching is extremely important there. Your host needs to know what and how to do this, because they are not in direct sales. They've probably never been in direct sales. So you need to make sure that they know hostess rewards, how to calculate tax and shipping, and all that good stuff, okay? And always talk to them about the joint opportunity. Easy peasy. Home parties. I can't. Home parties are where you are going to see your money. And I see Nicole shaking her head. So I'm going to use Nicole as an example. Nicole just had her first home party, and she did an amazing job. It wasn't like she was struggling to get PRV, like, hey, messaging people, hey, like, it wasn't that. It was like an hour or two of her time, and she got, you know, over $500 in sales for one party. That's what we need to do. Okay, guys? That's where you're going to make those connections. That's where you're going to get FaceTime with people. They're going to understand that it's a real business, and that's where they can connect with you. Sales are also higher on home parties. Can I get an amen to anybody who has ever had a online party that has zero PRV? We all done it. We all done it. It happens. It happens. It's frustrating, but it happens. And that's why home parties, people aren't going to take time out of their day and come to a home party and not buy stuff. It's just not possible. Like, it makes no sense. Even if they buy something small, like a room spray or something else, later you're going to be able to follow up with them, and they're probably going to fall in love with the product and get something else, or even ask them to host so they can get free. And it's just this domino effect. So that's why home parties, like, I cannot stress the importance of that. So when you're having talks with your team and when you're talking to people about parties, talk to them about home parties. You don't have to call it a home party. Okay, you can call it a girls' night in. You can have a fragrance flower coloring party. I don't care what you call it, as long as you get people there. My thing is, if my hostess doesn't have 6 to 10 hard RSVPs, I don't do a home party. That's because I don't want to waste my hostess time, and I don't want to waste my time. I have driven 2 hours before I did this, before I had the RSVP rule, 2 hours for 0 people to come to a home party. Never again. And we just can't do that. That's just a waste of time. So we really need to train ourselves. We really need to train our hostesses in order to have really good parties. Also said product that I had with that party. Awesome. So you're awesome. Okay, so over 500. Okay, events. Guys, events are where it's at. If you're new to Scentsy and you can't really afford big events, look at small places like churches. Churches do events all the time, and they always have people. Like, you go to a Baptist church, they be people in there all the time. I can say this because I'm a pastor's daughter. Like, our church does not shut down. We always have people in the church. And it's always either free or a small donation to the church, like 25, 30 bucks. I'm down with that. I'm down with my money going to a good cause. Also, word of mouth. Ask people. Ask other direct salespeople. Like, I have people that are in Monet, Color Street, such and such. And I'm like, I will let you know if I have an event if you let me know. And there's that back and forth about events. And we always try and get the same events together. It doesn't always happen because sometimes there's already a Scentsy consultant there or whatever. But that's how you got to get your face out to events. And the most important part about events is not your sales. Yes, sales are important there. But what's the most important are these little drawing slips. I can't even explain to you how important these bad boys are. And I'm going through them because I had a lot of people at my last event want to host a party. And that's where you're going to get parties from, which is sales in the future. That's where you're going to get recruits from, which is money for you in the future. Customer follow-ups. If you do not have a follow-up system, you need to change that. You need to use Maven. You need to use a binder. You need to use note cards. You need to use something with your calendar. I don't know how you do it. I use Maven. I think there's a free version. Does anybody have the free version? Does anybody use the free version? There is a free version, but I don't know what all it entails. So I pay $7.99 a month, and it's a tax write-off. It's a business expense, and it's totally worth it. It tells me when to send out my thank you cards, which is huge. I always put joint information in my thank you cards. Scent circle or some sort of sample, body sample or something like that. And it also tells me to follow up when they need refills, which is really, really important. Then it also tells me when to follow up and see if they can do a party. So huge, huge, huge. Something that Crystal, can you talk about this a little bit? Because I feel like you're a little, like, when you do things like this, I feel like you're just better at it. with selling with box and specials, like the little packages that you put together, like Christmas packages.
Yeah, so I first of all with the whiff boxes, I'm always trying to like share it monthly because it adds on. Like it sells itself honestly. So I've been sharing it since the very beginning, and I personally always add one little extra thing that I have in my office that I've gotten from free stuff or whatever it is. I always add a little extra thank you gift in my whiff box from me. And I didn't pay for it, nothing like that. But out of it, I have one customer who was doing it monthly, but she ended up joining. So right now I have 4 people who do monthly whiff boxes for me. Well, I should say 5. I have 5 people who do it. 2 of them are out of state because the brother for Christmas bought them a whiff box for a year. So it's one whiff box every month for a year they get, and then he buys one for his mom every month. And then I have another lady who I've never met in my life who orders one every month, and then her friend comes and picks it up for her. And then I have another one who orders it. So I always just add my own personal touch, always a thank you. At Christmas time, you know, I added little red tissue paper and crinkly things in there to make it look Christmassy. And as far as my little boxes go, I always collect things throughout the year, which makes my office look insanely, as Erica would call it, hoarder. But I do that because I'm getting these things at half price or free. I'm not paying hardly anything for them. So yes, I might have had 50 mini warmers in my office and 100 bars of wax, but I'm going to take that mini warmer that I probably got for free or from a flash sale for $6 and put it in a box. And last year I stocked up from Dollar General. I got tons and tons and tons of boxes for 50 cents or a quarter. And I'm going to take a mini warmer and a bar of wax, and I sell it for $20. I add my business card. I add a candy cane because, I mean, you can get 12 for $1 at Dollar Tree. And I'll add like a little body sample or even a little ornament, and I'll put some washer whiffs in it and put a bow on it. Because that's sampling. It's getting new products in their face, new scents in their face. And it's $20 flat rate is what I charge for that. Because I didn't pay anything for it, and I'm spoiling my customers and making their shopping easy because they could honestly order from anybody. Mm-hmm. And then the cups, you know, I got the cups from Dollar Tree, and then a bunch of them I got on sale last year at Dollar General, and I've just put them in totes until this year. And I just put a packet of hot chocolate, a candy cane, a room spray, which I got half price or free, and my business card, and 2 little chocolates in there. And I put it in one of the loot bags that you can get at Dollar Tree. You get 25 for $1. And then I tied like a little bell or bow or whatever I had to the plastic piece of it. So, I mean, yeah, I am paying for some stuff, but I mean, 25 bags for $1, 12 candy canes for $1. You know, a little bag of chocolates that has 25 in it, and I'm putting 2 in there. Mm-hmm. So when you add it up, you're only paying a few cents for these things, but you're actually profiting too because you didn't pay anything for the products that you're selling, or you didn't, you know, you didn't pay as much. And you're literally selling more because you're making it an already ready gift for them, and that's what they need. Christmas time is chaotic for all of us. Y'all know that. We need something quick and pretty and cute and cheap and know it's a good product, and we want to just take it and go.
Yep.
So doing that for them definitely is a good thing. But yeah, that's it. I mean, just think outside the box. You can get car bars, make them into reindeers. You can buy the little wire stuff and make antlers out of it and little googly eyes. You can get all of that at Dollar Tree or on Amazon in bulk for super cheap. It goes a really, really, really long way, but it's cute, and people like to have that for stocking stuffers. I did hand soaps this year and put them in the little loot bags and tied a bow to the outside that had a little bell on it. There was like 20 of them for $1 at Dollar Tree. And I printed out on cardstock paper little signs that said, hands down, you're the best around. And it's with a hand soap. So those are cute gifts for teachers or coworkers. Just thinking outside the box and taking something simple and just making it look like it's extra, even though it's not.
And then I'm going to add on to that because she does this like throughout the year as well too. just because it's not Christmas doesn't mean you can't do this for like Valentine's Day or Father's Day or Mother's Day, Easter, anything like that. So just always be thinking about the next holiday that's coming up and like really make your product stand out. And if you don't have a closed VIP page, you need to, because that's where you offer your specials. So that's the sales portion. So obviously focusing on your sales is number one. You need to have your 500. And if you want to make that extra 5% bonus and have, that 30% commission, then that's 2,000. That's a $600 paycheck just from yourself and no team members.
And think of it too, when you're doing this, you're giving a gift to somebody who buys from you, who's going to turn around and give it to somebody else, who then has your contact information, and that is your very first impression to them. What you made that gift look like is what they're going to remember you as. Because when they see that you made this extra gift for them that looks cute, even though it was a gift from someone else, they're going to go, oh my gosh, I love this. And they're going to remember you and your packaging, and they might come to you for their little gifts. Or, someone might see it and go, oh my gosh, where did you get that? I need that. And then they're going to come to you. So it's a great way for referrals, and it's a great way for new customers, because they're going to have your information, and it may or may not be something extra out of it, but they're going to remember it.
And that's why you put your label on everything. Okay, so the second legs of success is recruiting. And I cannot push this enough. I really feel like I cannot push this enough. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, being leaders, you just don't understand why people don't recruit. Does anybody else feel like that sometimes? Like people don't, like, why are you not recruiting? And it's very frustrating to me, like when I see somebody who's like, I want to replace my income, I want to do this, and they're not recruiting. I'm not saying that every month you have to have 10 recruits. I'm not giving you crazy amounts. But if you're a leader, 1 to 2 recruits a month at least. And you're going to do that by sharing the opportunity constantly. Okay? On your Instagram story, on your Facebook story. Chloe told me that she talks about the join opportunity or shares the join opportunity 1 time every 24 hours. I was not doing that. So I started doing that, and I started getting messages. People were coming to me and asking me for information, which is so much easier than making a list, which I still do. I still make a dream team list, and I still contact them. But when you're sharing it, that's awesome. And also, Crystal's really good at this. She shares Scentsy in her everyday life. Scentsy is a part of her everyday life. Michelle's done it too. Like, I've seen Michelle do it. Like, she's been in the hospital with her son, and she's still working where she's at. And she takes a picture, and she's like, glad I can work anywhere. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. So she can make that money and spend time with her family and not have to worry about anything. And so if people see that, they're going to be more drawn to that, because people want to see what's real. I'm not sitting on some crazy yacht. Like, literally, I am sitting in my office in the same sweatshirt that I've had on for 4 days, probably a little longer, not going to lie. And I'm going to be honest with people. Like, I love doing this. This is what I love. I wanted to have less stress in my life, which was a huge thing. And I wanted to make good money, because I felt like I was never good. Like, I never felt like I was good enough at my last job. And I don't have my college degree, and it really still bugs me to this day. And I thought I was never going to amount to anything. Like, I was just going to work for somebody and be an assistant for the rest of my life. And that's not what it's about. So sharing your own goals and being honest and open with people, that's going to draw them to you. And you want to put out what you want to attract. Does that make sense? You want strong women. You want women and men who want to make a difference, who want to quit their jobs, who want to spend more time with their families. How many people do we know that work like 60 hours a week that never get to see their families? And they're making ends meet. Like, that's something that breaks my heart when I see that, because I don't want that for my son. I want him to know that I'm always here for him, and I want him to understand that, yes, mommy does work, which he knows. Poor guy has to label all my things, but that I'm also going to be there for him. That he's my number one. So that's huge to me. Sharing your lifestyles and experiences. If you go on a Scentsy trip, share it. If you haven't been on a Scentsy trip yet, who cares? You are trying to earn one. Share that. What if you don't earn it? So what? You tried, and your business is going to benefit from it. That's one of the other things me and Crystal talked about last night. Don't let fear stop you from doing things. Have big scary dreams. It's okay. If your goal isn't to get on a trip, that's cool too. I support that. I don't care what you want to do in your business as long as you're, working towards it and working towards whatever goal you want in this business. Um, One of the things that you can do is you can go to World Tour. If you haven't signed up for World Tour, I highly suggest it. That's an experience right there. Taking pictures, you're going to meet so many new people there. And Sissy might be there. We just don't know. We're hoping that she is, finally. And it's all these people that you get to know and you get to love, like, and connect with on a completely different level. And I wish I could just express to you, like, you just have to experience it. You just have to experience it. And luckily it's one day, so I don't miss anything because I'm not napping. Also sharing your story and your journey. So share your why. Why did you join Scentsy? What has it done for you? There you go. See, sharing your journey, what you hope it's going to do for you. I mean, you guys know real people. Like Lisa and Crystal are very, very close. Lisa has seen Crystal, a normal girl, a semi-normal girl, go on all these free trips. It's insane. We all know people, and it's okay to share that and be excited about that, because it's something that's attainable, and I want you guys to understand that. So your list of 100 is your next. I know we've talked about the list of 100. Everybody knows what the list of 100 is, right? Yep, we've talked about it. So you make a list of 100. If your team, and also do this with your teams. Like, this is training so you guys can train your teams too. List of 100 people who want to buy, host, or join, but instead we're going to do it backwards. Okay, we're going to go with the join opportunity first. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to change it up, and we're going to really think about people who could benefit from joining Scentsy. So I want you guys in the chat to write just a really quick thing why you joined Scentsy. Real fast. I'm drinking all the Gatorade today. Liam's trying to kill me. Yes, Sissy. Sissy's coming to North Carolina. That excites me. I hear a little typing. Okay, Lisa joined for the extra income and because she loved the products. Sissy, or Angela, as I'm going to refer to her now, extra income for her family. Michelle joined Scentsy for extra spending money. Okay, awesome. Love the product and extra income. I've been here for 3 months. No, you haven't, because I would have seen you by now. Original join to satisfy my addiction, but making a career. Okay, awesome. I needed side money, so I didn't have to always tell my kids no. Yes, that's awesome. I was so tired of being broke and was super depressed. Yep, I get it. Join for extra income so I could work from home. Oh, I love all these. I'm not gonna cry. I just wanted to get wax for myself, and it's turned into income to pay off my cruise next spring. Oh, okay. Okay. But it changed when I saw the light. Awesome. Okay, that's awesome. So this is what it's all about, guys. This is what it's all about. Think of all the people that you could bless with this opportunity who, just like, I don't know who iPhone is. She was tired of telling her kids no and was tired of being broken, super depressed. I get it.
That was me.
Oh my gosh. You making me cry over here. Okay, it was Crystal. Okay, and I didn't even ask Crystal to join because I was too scared. I had no idea what I was doing, so I was like, I don't want anybody joining.
Yo, I legit had a basket party. My basket party was like $650. And she was like, oh, that's so exciting. She took it and went on her bad self.
Nope, not going to do it. Not going to recruit
And
anybody.
I was like, and this is it. This just comes to prove, you guys, don't always just take the sale, because she took it and went. And in my mind, I was like, oh, gosh, I didn't even know what Scentsy was until that party. Like, I had never tried the product. I had never done anything.
And I had never met Crystal.
Yeah, I never.
I met her through
Christina,
who I had never met.
Who was having a party.
Who I met through a girl that I worked with, Liam's daycare worker.
Mm-hmm.
So I met, it was like 3 or 4 people before I met Crystal.
Yeah, and I couldn't afford to buy anything really, so I was like, well, gosh, I really want something. So I just did my own party.
So she did her own party.
She did the host to earn. You did the offer where if you hosted a party, you got a warmer for half price, and you used the PPR reward. I got the first warmer. It was my
I remember that. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's when I was like first starting out. Like, I'm really trying to get it done. So I was using my perpetual party reward, but never in my mind did it cross, like, I really didn't think anybody would join my team. So I never offered it. So that's one thing you guys have got to do. Like, when you have these parties, or when you have an earn a kit available, offer it up. What is it doing for you? What is that free $50 doing for you? Just sitting there. Yeah, you could have more Scentsy. We could all have more Scentsy. But would you rather it bless a life and see what it could do for them? Absolutely. That's what I've been doing like crazy. I'm like, earn a kit, earn a kit, earn a kit. Much rather them have it than I have it. We'll see how it works out. You need to have systems to set up new recruits for success. So I don't care what kind of system that is, what kind of training systems that you have. I've been working on Chastity's Happy Planner, Happy Binder, whatever it is, and all the checklists. This woman is extremely organized, and it literally has a checklist for new consultants. And it's like, when did they start? Why did they join? When their 15th day is, are they scheduled a launch party? All these things that I go step by step and check off, because once you start recruiting, I think I recruited like 4 or 5 last month, and it's hard for me to keep track of that. And I don't want anybody to fall through the cracks because I'm not doing my job as a leader. So if you're going to recruit, you need to have systems in place for them to have success, and they need to know about things. They need to know about Sensational Start. They need to know about Shooting Star. That's really important. So that's important too. Okay, coaching. This is where, like, this is my hard part, and I'm getting better at it, but I did not do it for the longest time. I'm going to be honest, I didn't do it for the longest time about coaching new recruits. Using the AIM coaching forums. Who here uses the AIM coaching forums? Okay, Michelle does. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, you guys use it. Okay, so if you're not on AIM, you need to be on AIM. It's basically a rundown of how to coach your team, and it's super easy. There are videos, there are interactions. It's on Facebook. We have added it to our team pages, so go find it. Use them. Creating videos that shows the basics of Scentsy, and that's what Chloe, Chastity, and Katie have done. They have these 12 videos for new recruits that they have to watch before they have their meeting with them. And it's literally like, welcome to our team page. What is Scentsy? How to open a party on the workstation. Things like that. That is step by step that they can watch really, really quick, that introduces them to Scentsy. That is something that I need to work on. I'm going to go ahead and put those in my notes too. Do 12 videos. Okay. Challenging your downline to hit and exceed their goals. So always aim for your new recruits to hit Sensational Start level 3. Okay? If they don't, once again, it's no big deal. Nobody's going to know but you two. And they'll be proud of the progress that they have made. I 100% guarantee it. I've watched every video Chloe and Jesse are. Yep. They good. Incentives and connecting with your team. So incentives, guys, they need to want it for themselves, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of encouragement. To me, there's nothing wrong with that, especially during an incentive period. Can I get an amen? Because we all want everybody to get certified. We all want everybody to get to lead. We all want everybody to get to star. It benefits both of you guys. So offering them something small, something from the success store, you know, a new pack of testers from the new catalog, um, all these things that they could do. And then also connecting with your team, having those one-on-one chats, doing mail outs, shouting them out. Even if it's not work related, just sending them something in the mail. Everybody loves happy mail. Who doesn't love happy mail? It takes literally a few minutes out of your life to make somebody feel special. That's it. Even a text, even a voicemail, like, hey, you're doing really good. It's easy, and we don't get that in the real world, and we don't get it at work. My boss never gave me a postcard for doing a good job. So there's that. And I always do little things, so this probably will ruin it for some of you, but for top sales for November, I got these cute little lip balms from Ulta, and they were $1 a piece. And they're like different fragrances and smells, and they have like cute little designs on them. And then I got these little postcards that our directors made that's like, you're the balm. And so I'm going to use that in my mailers for my top producers. Doesn't cost me a lot. It's just something cute. I also got glitter. So there's that. It's a big step for me, and we'll just see how you guys like that. I hate it, but if you guys enjoy it, that's what's going to go down. Iron sharpens iron, and I cannot tell you how true that is. And if I did not have Crystal in my business, I would not be where I am in my business, because I was very content in my little bubble, in my little no recruit. I will get maybe a couple hundred in sales every now and then, and that's it. That's where I was. Then Crystal came along, and she changed my business. She changed the way I thought about it. She changed the way I saw the potential in myself, in her, and in this business. Because when you surround yourself with women who, first of all, encourage each other, which we all need to do, just all need to be very supportive of each other, who have big goals and who want big things, like wanting to quit their job and being okay with that and being successful. That's what you need to surround yourself with. You need to create a circle of people who believe in you, who will push you, even if you don't want to be pushed. Sometimes I don't want to be pushed. And Crystal's like, get off your ass. And I appreciate that, because I need that. Sometimes I need that. So I'm going to go open it up, and I want you guys to talk about what legs of the 3 legs you are best at and what you need to work with. So I'm going to type them in the chat too. So you can unmute yourself as you want to talk and talk about, you know, if there's something that you're really good at. Everybody's so quiet. Everybody is so quiet. Like, if I got any of you on the phone, normally, you know,
I'm just refusing to talk because I want some leaders to step up and talk.
Amen.
I mean, just share your business, guys. Some of you guys have really good PRV, or even for you guys who are pushing for your numbers this month, what kind of things are you doing to get your PRV? During that process, you know, are you sharing the opportunity? Stop taking a picture. Stop it. Stop it.
I didn't.
Your camera totally showed. My mouth was like.
I bet you it was. Catching flies.
Gosh. Okay. Share, you know, how you're sharing the opportunity. You know, how are you front loading your calendar for January? How are you leading your team? Just the things that you think don't matter on a daily basis because you're doing them consistently. Those are the things that we want to hear. Like, we want to hear your consistency because we might see it in your work Your numbers might show it, but we don't know what you're doing. So that's what we want to hear.
I already came on and did a video for Lisa asked me to, because I had a Facebook mystery hostess party that hit a little over $1,000, and
That's awesome.
I just was advertising everywhere, even on Marketplace, and I got onto my high school reunion Facebook page and just touched base with a lot of my friends that I went to high school with and hit them up and talked to a lot of them. They placed orders, and I'm working with a lot of them currently on some of them on hosting their own parties and recruiting. I got 2 people that want to recruit with the summer spring catalog.
Yes. A lot of people will wait for that too. That's very normal.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's an awesome party. Who else wants to share? Sharing, caring.
So I've had a little bit of a challenging few months with PRV and being able to commit to events or home parties because my son's been in and out of the hospital since the middle of October. But my PRV has been pretty consistent. I was a little short last month, but last month was also my hardest month because that was when my whole month was involved with the hospital, not half of it. So it's been crazy, but I've had to think outside of the box. I did do a bingo party. I can do a lot more stuff in my house because my son's here, as opposed I can't really bring my son with me everywhere and hope he can use somebody's bathroom and all that stuff. But it's a lot easier for me to do stuff here. So I actually had a bingo party at my house. I just used some things as prizes, wasn't expecting anything, and I ended up with over $300 in sales and 2 new customers that never ordered from me before. And it's just a matter of just trying to think outside of the box of what you can do with what you are able to do. I mean, I'm still having issues. My son's going to have surgery again. We don't know when, but and every day this is a good day, or it could end up not being a good day. So it's a little bit challenging to try to be a caregiver for somebody that, at the top of the hat. I mean, we were admitted to the hospital the day before Thanksgiving. So, I mean, it's just crazy because we don't know, but the business has to go on. So, I mean, I try to take it with me wherever I can when it's a planned visit. Sometimes that's not possible either, but I do have my phone and keeping it up and going with that. And so definitely I'd say my sales are my strongest part because I am able to think outside of the box. I think taking care of my team with coaching is good as when they're receptive to it. I have some that are not receptive to it. My weakest link is definitely the recruiting part. I have several people who are interested. They're just saying now is not the time for them. So it's like everybody who's on my team came to me as opposed to me to them. So it's hard to go get them when I didn't have them yet. So, but I'm getting there. So
I know what you mean about the coaching. Sometimes they're just not receptive.
Nope. So I've got a couple.
That's normal. So what you want to do is I sent out an email and I was like, first of all, I focused on my leaders, like who I wanted to coach, and I reached out to them first. And I was like, this is who I want to focus on right now. And it changes every single month. Like with PRV and recruiting, like if they have high PRV and or recruiting, obviously I'm going to work with them first. Then I email my frontline and I'm like, who wants to recruit? I have 40 something frontline, and I got maybe like 6 responses back. It's normal, but that's okay. The more that you offer this, the more that they see that it's consistent, and people that want it will come to you. If you do it for the one, the one person that replies, because that's the one person that's going to do it. And that's okay. And you keep recruiting because you never know when you're going to find a crystal in your group, and you never know, like, it's highly unlikely that they're all going to come to you though, Michelle. I just want you to know that that a lot of people you really have to put it out there. But it only takes one person to change your business. Legit, it only takes one, and then that one finds their one, and then that one finds. It's crazy. I've seen it, and I see it on our teams, and it's just insane. But I'm really glad. Like, there's Michelle's a no excuses kind of girl when it comes to her PRV, and like I think she was even paid a title last month, which is insane because she was in the hospital 24/7 with her son, which is where she should be, not having to worry about anybody like harassing her. So what else do you guys get out where your weaknesses at? Like, my weaknesses are definitely the coaching, and I'm really trying to step it up with these planners. Whew.
Mine's recruiting, but, well, I shouldn't even say that. Mine's a mixture of my consistency, my problem. Just the past few months, though, and it's my fault. So I just have to get my systems back going. But I'm trying to not think about, like, my long-term goal of, like, a superstar director, but more so what is the next step that I need to do to even get me closer to that. Because I feel like when I think too far out, it gets me off track, because then I get discouraged and I'm like, well, gosh, why isn't it happening? But, realistically, I didn't even do what it was requiring to get to the next step to get there. So,
Yeah.
Like, for example, this month, I really want to earn level 3 of the incentive. So I just broke it down. I was like, okay, I need this much PRV. When I get that much PRV, I'll also get my, consistency points or whatever for my 1,000. So I was like, okay, so I need this many points. That is divided up into this many 6-packs. And I just been posting. So I gave myself a goal of what I needed to get to the next level of the incentive. And then I just went from there. I'm pushing forward. So just seeing the smaller pieces of the bigger plan is what's going to help you stay on track. And it's going to keep you moving forward instead of failing. Because if you say, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a $2,000 month, but every other month you're not even getting active, then you're not really being realistic. You can't just say you're going to have $2,000 and not have any parties booked or not have any, plan of how you're going to get that, because you're just going to set yourself up for failure and disappointment.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, consistency is a huge part of this business, and me and Crystal have talked about it 100 times. But the 2-2-2 method, 2 recruits a month, 2,000 PRV a month for 2 years, you're going to have a 6-figure income with Scentsy. So you really have to put yourself out there, and you're going to hear a lot of no's. You're going to hear a lot of ghosting. I guess you don't really hear ghosting, do you? You just get ghosted. But I get that a lot. I get no responses, or I've gotten a couple, take me off your list, which is fine. It doesn't hurt me. Move right along. It would have hurt me when I first began. It really would have, because I would have been scared out of my mind. But the more you do it, the more you kind of grow a little bit thicker skin, and you're like, this is something I'm offering to you. It's not something that you have to do. It's just something that I'm offering to you. And it's not like I'm offering like to do brain surgery on you. I'm just offering you a Scentsy kit. I mean, guys, yeah. It's fun. It is a business. We do have to work it, but it's not the end of the world if somebody says no. And also the compensation plan. Do your teams understand the compensation plans?
I didn't until just today.
Okay. And I think
I'm like, Lord, no.
I feel like that's a really big disconnect. And I did a video and I posted it, but you never know how many people watch your videos. You just don't know. About understanding the compensation plan. That's where you're going to, like, if you don't understand the compensation plan, that's okay. Literally go on YouTube and type up Scentsy compensation plan. Bring up 100 videos that you can watch to really explain to you what you need to do, and it'll explain why you need to grow your teams and what kind of percentages you get. Even like being paid at director, we get 9% bonus from our personal wholesale volume. That's insane. That's nothing from my team. That's just from my personal wholesale. I get 9 extra percent on top of the 30% that I make. 39% just from that. That is huge. So if you don't understand the compensation plan, it's very normal. I feel like a lot of people don't, and that's why they don't recruit, because they're like, and then they get discouraged because they're killing themselves because they're not seeing those $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 paychecks because they don't understand how to get it. So that's another aspect of it. But I feel like that's a whole other training. I just wanted to throw that out there. Everybody's so quiet tonight. Crystal, Sissy, why are you so quiet? I'm just gonna unmute her and see what happens. She's unmuted. Let's see what happens now.
Hi, Faith.
Hi, Sissy.
So, yes, I've been back in the state for 3 months now.
I don't believe you, but okay.
Crystal has seen me. So, I just can't come Friday night. I really wanted to, but I've got something I have to take care of.
Understand. Burying a dead body. Got it.
Yeah. Well, and I don't have as many acres now as I did in Tennessee, so I have to be a little more cautious as to where I put them.
Bury it. Yeah.
True. Very, very smart. Very smart.
Yeah. I would offer you my. I don't.
Bury them in your neighbor's yard.
It's even a better idea.
Makes
I
you
have a
completely
few coffins.
I really downsized an acre.
Horrible people.
Horrible people.
Oh my God.
I feel like Sissy brought it up probably of all the people. But Sissy's the one you gotta watch out for on this team. But Sissy she is an OG. Okay.
OG hoarder.
She is an OG. She has been with us like since the beginning, right? I feel like almost since the very beginning.
February 2017.
Yeah. So almost a year into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Sissy been hanging out, and she been doing it, man. And she's moving around, and she's still getting sales. I didn't know she was in North Carolina coming to take our sales, but now I know.
And
My sales have been going to this month.
No, they've been going to Jenny. I'm telling you, Jenny's rocking it.
Jenny's
rocking it.
You gotta give me
I'm
that. Man.
Disney's #1 customer. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
No.
I'm telling you, you want to talk about Lifesaver of the Year award goes to Sissy, because let me tell you how many times she has saved my damn ass. Sissy, you got this. Sissy, you got that. Sissy, you got it. You meet me at the sweet spot.
The sweet spot would be Elois's.
I was wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Getting kind of weird. But yeah, so Sissy's been doing this. Sissy, what do you think like your biggest strength is other than hoarding?
Well, I'm going to be honest. My weakness has always been with recruiting.
Very normal.
It's always been weak. Had a few recruits through time that, I mean, they might have been active once. I think I've got some ladies now that are really trying. I've got one that's rocking it, and so proud of her. And that would be Jennifer. And y'all know Miss Jenny. Some already know her, so she's rocking it. I'm really, really proud of her. She's worked hard. She just wanted to get started just for herself, and she's found that she just absolutely loves some Scentsy and doing all of it. But my strength was always in, and I hate to say it, was in events, because I was out in the middle of nowhere. So I would ride hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours to do shows, get contacts that would not follow up. And they just wouldn't. They just entered the drawing to get the free bar or what have you.
Yeah.
And since I moved, there's already Scentsy consultants around here that's got all the places. So I'm branching out to Greensboro now to get my name out there some more. I'm pretty excited. And I am going to World Tour in Raleigh. Last year I went to Atlanta, Georgia, because it was closer.
I know. But I'm glad you're coming to Raleigh this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited to see you. I know the whole team will be excited to see you. But this is so normal. I want you guys to know this is so normal. And like even Crystal, who is a high recruiter, and we have Christina and Lisa. They recruit really well. Erica, I think Erica's a high recruit. I haven't looked at numbers like for the past month on your team. I let Crystal do that, but I still see them. It's not like they're doing something magical. They don't have like magical fairy dust that people are just coming to them and are like, "Hey, can I join your team?" It doesn't happen like that. It's not like that. They have to ask people, and they have to approach people. That's all there is to it. So if any of you guys want to talk about recruiting, because that's where a lot of people struggle with, like, how are you guys going about it? Like, how are you talking to people about it? How are you bringing up the conversations? And how are you letting your team know how important? Let's mute her before she does. About how important recruiting is towards their business as well. Any of the names that I just named, because I'm really.
I know you said I'm really strong at recruiting, but I really don't feel like I am.
That's insane.
I just had a good few months, but I feel like I'm pretty stagnant right now.
And that's normal too.
I feel like the people, when I just recruited a bunch of people, I have been working on them for like a year. Like I've been working on them forever. Oh my gosh. Carter wants to show you guys something real quick. He's been asking me this entire time. So I'm going to let him show you and then I'll finish.
Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's very cute. Thank you. Oh, so good.
He's been wanting to show that entire time. But I feel like, so I just try to show people and tell people how easy it is and how I'm like literally, I've always been like super quiet and not outgoing, and if I can do it, then you can do it type thing. And that's pretty much it. And I reach out to my really good customers. That's where I got Marcia from. She was like my best customer, and now she's on my team. So I try to do that too, like my best customers I recruit.
And that's really smart, because honestly, like, you can replace PRV. You'll find you'll meet new people. You'll find places to replace that PRV, but recruiting them is by far the best thing that you can do for your business. But yeah, sometimes it does take a year, and I have people that I've worked on for several years where that it's like, it's just not my time yet. And that's okay. Like, a no for like doesn't always mean no forever. That's all there is to it. Crystal doesn't think she's good at recruiting. She's crazy. Okay. Anybody else want to share? Do you guys have any questions or anything about leadership or your teams or anything? Because we still have a good amount of time to earn this incentive, and some of you guys are really, really close. Level 1 is terrible. Level 2, like, that's where we just kind of skip along. Level 3 is kind of hard again. But don't ever like think you can't do it. And I think Crystal was going to talk about some stuff here at the end. She wanted to talk about with financial freedom. We talked about this last night.
I'm trying to remember. Last night was a rough night. Sorry.
I know. I texted you. I didn't know if you could see it since you were on your phone.
Right now?
A little while ago, like 10 minutes ago.
You texted me? I didn't get it.
I messaged you on Facebook.
Oh.
Forget.
Oh. Oh yeah. So, the other day, okay, let me mute my TV. I'm sorry, hold on. So I don't know where you guys stand at with your financial situation. And I reminded myself of one of my whys when I joined Scentsy, and that was because I wanted to get out of debt, and I wanted to be able to eventually quit my job or at least go part-time. But I want to have the paycheck to where when I get paid, I have money in the bank until I get paid again next month, period. I don't have to question if I can buy it. I don't mean, obviously, I don't want to go spending crazy, but if I want to go to the grocery store, I don't have to stop and look at my bank account and wonder, do I have enough money to buy this, this, and this? I don't want to have to do that. Or am I going to have enough gas money until the next pay period, whatever it is. So ultimately, last year, my credit card was paid off, and I've always had it. That's always been my goal, to pay it off. Well, over the year, I realized that I completely maxed it back out again. Whether it was buying something and saying, okay, I'll pay it back again later when I get paid, and then getting paid and not doing it. Or whether it was, me paying the bill because we didn't have the money to pay it out of our bank account, or buying gas, or buying my kids something. Whatever it was, I got back to the point I feel like I backtracked, huh?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, I feel like I backtracked. I feel like I just took a whole year of my hard work and started back at the beginning again. So the other day I was at work, and I've been thinking about this, but I just have been too chicken to do it. The other day I was at work, and I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm done. And I hurried, and I took scissors out, and I cut up my credit card. I'm going to be honest with you. For the past 48 hours, I have wondered, am I going to have gas to get to work until the next pay period? I went to the store today to buy dinner, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to have money in my bank account, at the end of the month to have gas to get to work? I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know, but I do know that I'm tired of charging things. I need to figure out a way to have the money, and we might be okay. My credit card managers have always been my go-to because it was reassurance that we would always have money in the bank. And I don't want that anymore, because now if I can't survive off of what I make month to month, then something needs to go away. So I wanted to challenge you guys to do the same thing. For everybody who is trying to get out of debt and who has that credit card that is always their saving grace, that buys their Christmas gifts. That Christmas is not about gifts, you guys. If you can't afford it, it's not a big deal. No one's going to hold it against you.
I don't remember what I got when I was 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's not about charging things. You guys need to remember, life is not about money. You don't have to be that person. And today at the grocery store, I felt good because in my mind, I was like, you know what? Maybe I won't be so stressed because I'm always doing everything for everyone. So when they want to do it, I do it. If I don't have the gas, I buy gas and I go do it. But now I can just say I can't, because I cannot do everything. And who knows, I can just sit at home and color with my kids, or we can watch a movie together. I'm tired of always being on the go. I want to spend time with my kids. I do not want to run around all the time, ultimately to come back home and still be struggling every month to pay a credit card bill. I want to work on paying off my daughter's arm that I freaking owe $10,000 on from her breaking it. And then I want to pay off, vehicle debt. And I want to pay off my house. And then I want to keep working to have college savings for my kids. And I can't do that if ultimately every day I'm spending money that I don't even have. So I do challenge you guys, if you have that credit card and you know what I'm talking about, just cut it up. Literally, just do something big and scary, because it feels good today. Because I know that I will figure it out. And I know that if I feel like I'm not going to have enough money, I'm going to get motivated more in my business to try to figure out how I'm going to get extra paycheck next month to make it even better. So I don't want to be stuck in a pattern. I want to be different. That I have that hang up at work. I literally want to be, the pattern has to go away. So I feel good. I'm still nervous about it, but I feel really good that I did that, because that's always been my safety feeling. And I'm excited because I'm motivated in my business this month to get higher PRV, to know that next month when I get paid, I'll have a little bit extra money that I can set aside if I am worried about gas money or anything. I can pay my bills first and then have a little bit of extra for myself, and to know that I can get to work and all of that. So like I said, I challenge you guys to stop feeling like you have to have that credit card, because you do not have to have that credit card.
No.
Do something big and different, and let's freaking quit our job, you guys.
Yeah.
Huh?
Quit your job.
Yeah. I mean, don't quit it today, obviously.
No, don't quit it today. No. Don't quit it today. Don't be like Faith and Crystal told me to quit my job.
Literally, stop repeating the same pattern that's getting you nowhere. Like, it has to go away. So mine had to. That's what's holding me back. I have to move forward, and that was always what was holding me back.
And if you're not doing these things, like in your business, like if you're not, like we're saying, if you're not making changes, like if you know that you're suffering with sales, contact somebody on this team who's really good at sales who has really high PRV and be like, what you doing? If somebody's really good at recruiting, reach out to them. How are you recruiting? Don't just sit there and be comfortable in the title that you're in. I was so comfortable as a director for so long, and now I cannot tell you how bad I'm itching to get out of it. And I would have been further along if I would have done the things that I should have done and really been consistent with my team and within my own business. And I want to see everybody reach that level, because when somebody says there are too many Scentsy consultants, I want to slap them, because there are 126,000 of us worldwide. That's nothing.
Take in mind too. Look at your team. Okay, you might have a team of 100. Really look at your team and tell me how many of them actually do something in business. It is just a number. So do not say everyone sells it. No, everyone joins.
Yeah.
But you have to want something to actually motivate yourself to do work. Because who wants to do extra work? Nobody. And you could quit all day long, but I couldn't even imagine putting down as far as I've come, like just walking away and saying, you know what, just forget it. I just don't want to work anymore. I want to just do my full-time job that's going to get me nowhere besides old and miserable. And I'm just going to stop this business that, yeah, I have to work for, that pays me more than my full-time job, that takes me around the world for free, that spoils me and loves me. And I would be crazy to do that. But if it was easy, everyone would do it. And you are different because you are still here and you're still trying and you're still sharing and you're growing. And that is what makes you stand out from everyone else.
I love you, Crystal.
Love you, mean it.
Yeah, we really want to see every single person on here succeed. And these numbers that you have given us are so attainable. Really understand the compensation plan, work these 3 legs of success, be open with each other, help each other out. Even if we're all a family. I don't care if Michelle and Lisa talk. I don't care if Nicole and Erica talk. I don't care. As long as you guys are doing trying to improve your business and yourself, we cool.
And I have to tell you too, I don't know if Christina's on here, but I've been talking her up because she literally joined like 2 months ago, and she's like $50 away from level 1 incentive. And
She's here.
Okay. And I told her at work, I was like, you can earn level 2, like no problem. You have 2 months to earn 6,000 points when you just earned almost 12,000 in 2 months.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I can't. And I said, well, then you know what? Then you're right. Then you can't. Because if you say you can't, then you can't. I said, but you are insane to not even try and push for it, because you have done amazing. And to tell yourself that you can't do it is like, it's defeating yourself. I said, you need to push hard for that 6,000 points, because I mean, gosh, 12,000 in 2 months. Don't stop now.
That's insane.
And Scentsy trips are amazing, you guys. They are not like any other average trip that you go on. It is like royalty. Like, it is so good.
I don't want any other vacations. I just wait for my 60 months. I'm like, I'll work my butt off for 6 months to get a vacation.
Yeah.
Another thing, what me and Crystal were talking about, I'm going to shout Crystal out because we talked about this last night, and I don't know why it didn't click, but I'm proud of everybody for getting points for this incentive. But Crystal about to hit top 150. Okay? She's about to hit top 150 out of the entire company with no promotion points. That is insane. And she works so hard, and she deserves it. And I'm just so proud of you, Crystal. I am so stinking proud of you.
Thank you.
You rock. She deserves it, and we could all be there. Like, that's the thing. Like, I want everybody to understand that it can happen, and it might not happen right now, but if you put like she said, if you put a limit on what you can do, you're only limiting yourself. You're the only person telling you no.
Yeah.
And, like, if somebody was outside telling me no, you can't do this, first of all, I'm the kind of person that if they tell me that I can't do it, then I just want to do it 10 times harder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably that's just me. Like, if Crystal was like, well, I guess you can't earn level 3 by the end of December, I'll be like,
Challenge accepted.
challenge accepted. Watch me earn it tonight.
Wait. Should I tell you that right now?
No,
Like,
we don't have to do it. No.
Oh.
We're done.
okay.
No, we're done. We're gonna. No, my goal is by the end of the month. My goal is by the end of the month, but it can happen. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Thank you for being on here, and share this with your team. Don't be afraid to do your own team trainings. If you have one person, you're a leader, do one-on-one trainings with them. You have my Zoom information. Use it when you want. Don't care. Just don't change the password.
I just logged out a minute ago.
I
Because
know.
when I logged in,
it
logged me in as you, I was like, crap.
because I saw myself and I was like, "That's Crystal trying to get on with me."
You're like, there's two of me. Oh, shit.
I saw myself and I was like, I think somebody's